Good morning, everyone. My name is Abelia. Have you ever wondered how different teaching strategies impact student achievement? This presentation dives into that very question. Today, I will review an insightful article titled Concept Mapping Strategy Through Hybrid Flexible Course, Its Significance Toward Student Achievement, authored by Kiswati and Rosi Anjarwati. In general, the poster will be divided into 5 subtopics, including introduction, material methods, data analysis, result and discussion, and the last is conclusion. Teaching English has played a significant role in addressing the issues of educational development in Indonesia. On behalf of the government, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Religious Affairs, and other educational experts who oversee the establishing English curriculum in Aliyah, senior high school level under Ministry of Religious Affairs have decided to go of learning English, that is, communication ability both oral and written. According to Harmer, 2007 divide English skills into two. The first is receptive skill, in example reading and listening, and productive skills speaking and writing. In reading, students are required to comprehend not only the extrinsic but also intrinsic message conveyed within the passage. According to Nettle, 1996, highlights the various purposes of reading carried by readers due to their inherent curiosity about facts, ideas, personal enjoyment, and the intent behind what the writer are trying to communicate within the text. In harmony with these sentiments, according to Leipzig 2021, assert that reading is not simply limited to the process of reading text, but also encompasses the act of comprehend the passage. In essence, the teaching of reading in Indonesia is categorized as a process focusing on reading comprehension. This study utilized a quantitative approach to compare the use of concept mapping strategy and conventional strategy. Both classes did the instruction through hybrid flexible course. To obtain the data, tests and observation were used, and COVA was performed to analyze the data to get the specific data concerned to the effect of the strategy to the student grade. Descriptive statistical analysis were used to analyze the effectiveness of the concept mapping strategy through hybrid learning on the topic of narrative. The data collected student responses, data, student activity data, and student learning outcome data. Student responses are caught to be positive if more than 80% of students choose the positive category for each aspect of the questionnaire form. Student activities are caught to be effective if the percentage of every aspect observed at each meeting in the ideal time range on student activity. The findings showed that in the hybrid flexible course, concept mapping strategy did not impact the student achievement, but from the observation, it did impact the student motivation and activity during the instruction. It can be concluded that there is no significant difference of using concept mapping strategy and conventional strategy through hybrid flexible course. For the discussion, based on the descriptive analysis, it was found that the average score of the experimental class was lower than those who were in control class. It can be predicted that the cause of the difference was from the best knowledge of the respondent or the learning and teaching strategy given. The data indicates that the control class, which likely used the conventional strategy, had a higher average student achievement score, that 82.5, compared to the experimental class using the concept mapping strategy. Additionally, a higher percentage of students in the control class is 84%, mastered the learning material compared to the experimental class 74%. This suggests that in this study, the conventional strategy was more effective in terms of both average achievement and master percentage. The independence test data indicates a significant difference between the experimental and control classes as shown by the F-value 27, 23 and a significant level of 0.018. A strong linear relationship is observed between the data F-value of 22,863 significance 0.00, while the deviation from linearity is not significant. The R-squared value of 0.460 suggests that the model explains 5.6% of the variance in student achievement. This implies that while the concept mapping strategy influences student engagement and motivation, its impact on achievement scores needs further examination. Based on the research result, it can be concluded that concept mapping strategy through the hybrid flexible course is not effective in the case of improving the learning outcome. However, this strategy is effective to improve the student motivation and activity during the instruction. In addition, the concept mapping strategy is effective to get a positive response from the student. It is suggested to further studies in conducting similar research about concept mapping strategy and find the best way to use the strategy in the right context. Furthermore, experimental study may be carried on to discover the dynamic of using technology that can determine the change which will improve the learning outcome. It is also suggested the next researchers to choose the respondent of experimental group that has the same level as the control group in order to get the expected result.